All right, let's welcome our next group for the Ripple Carry Adder. Amber, Cameron, Cody.
Everybody use the same thing.
Amber, I believe in you. Awesome.
Second.
I like how you got dressed up for this and I'm wearing sweatpants.
I just got dressed this morning, but thank you.
That's what you're doing it today.
So we did the Ripple Carry Adder. Why is it important? This component can take several inputs, and it uses arithmetic to get a new output, and it's a part of the ALU. The advantages is it can perform addition processes for n-bit sequences to get accurate results, which in this case we do 64-bit. And it's also not a complex process if you have the full adder done. Otherwise, it's a little difficult. And the instructions it supports is addition and subtraction, which is adding negative numbers if you did not take math in elementary school. So.
How did you make it smart?
Okay, the overview implementation. Like she said, you need to have the full adder done prior. It's basically, in our case, a 64-bit. This is a 4-bit version, but it'd be 64 full adders next to each other, with the carry bit of the next full adder is the carry out of the previous. There'd be 129 inputs with 65 outputs, and yeah, it can be used with a for loop or just by like copy pasting 64 different full adders.
Okay, so as you can barely see from the test cases, we can add 1 and 1 and get 2.
Whoa.
The rest of them are just, random test cases, but that was the good one.
That was your special one?
That was a special one. That was the one that was easy to explain. So, some issues that we ran into were trying to implement like a for loop. That was a little bit challenging because there's different ways to do it for your module and then like for the test file. And then checking the 64-bit outputs was a little difficult. So some ways we solved that was with the for loop, we just looked up different ways to use for loops with Verilog and fix that problem. And then for the 64-bit output, all we did was break it down into single full adders and look at what they would have based on like the previous adder's output. So made it a little bit easier.
So we have some fancy showings of how the inputs are going into it. So we have it, the A going through the XOR and the other XOR. Get to the sum. There's the B. It's beautiful, isn't it? Took so much time to make sure these boxes are the same size or close to it. There's the carry-in that Taylor explained earlier. So we have the gate delay of the XOR of 3 and the other XOR of 3. So these are all running in parallel, and these are running in parallel. So these two going is 6. And then we have, this is normally an input of 2, but it'll have a delay of 4 because of the extra input. And all 3 of these are going in here. So this is also 6 for the normal full adder. But for the gate delay of the 64-bit ripple carry, we have 384. Okay, gate delay. Sources, God. This is for the...
Because God surrounds all things.
Yeah, God surrounds all things, so it has to go on both sides. Of course, Dr. West. And this is, I believe, the picture for...
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay, never mind. Yeah. And then...
That's just information I know.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Any questions?
I like giving your credit to God.
Why?
Yeah.
Why did you choose that Bible verse?
I didn't choose that.
Sam.
That was me.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, thank you.
Sam also put both the gods in.
Yeah. I couldn't choose to have it first or last, so I do both.
I put Dr. West in there.
Yeah.
He's not named.
How'd you get him into the computer?
It's just a simple cloning process. I mean,
They cloned God into the computer.
So there's a movie.
I would hate to see that.
All right, go back to the diagram real quick. Yeah, whoa.
This one?
Yeah, both of those. What did you use to draw that?
What?
I just looked up like a logic gate drawer.
And
it
then
was the first
he's
one to pop up.
and then he sent it to me.
Logic gate drawer.
And you can't save anything you make unless you pay for it. So I just had to screenshot and crop it. So, yeah,
Plagiarism.
yeah,
The college student way.
yeah. Wait, which one? This one?
But it did help a little bit when we were trying to figure out what the outputs would be, because it lights up the bulb for whichever one's 1 and 0. And if you turn all the inputs on,
This wire right here
yeah, that
doesn't
one's
cut
not
on.
you know, because
Yeah.
it's a XOR gate.
Yeah.
But pretty cool.
Pretty neat stuff.
It shows all kinds of different circuits.
Yeah.
It costs money. Yeah.
I mean, without screenshotting it, which
Yeah, if you want to download the file, it costs money.
yeah, to just hit save as, it's like $9 or something like that.
That's why you have a snipping tool.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
about to get rid of the snipping tool.
But yeah, it literally took me like 5 minutes trying to get all these boxes for the crop to be similar sizes. It was impossible. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any other questions?
Did you have fun?
Not at all.
Oh,
I mean, I had so much fun. It was great.
Okay, never mind.
They probably did.
I hate it.
all right. Let's start our live.
Don't click out, but it doesn't.
It does. To escape. All right. So good job, guys. Real quick, a couple of things. One, try not to read the slides. A couple of y'all did that. Try to avoid reading the slides as much as you can. The other thing is a couple of y'all were nervous up here. I don't blame you. I understand. The two ways to solve that, it's real easy. One, go put your presentation, stand in front of a mirror and present it to yourself. Yes, it is stupid, or dumb, I should say, excuse me. But it fixes the problem. The other thing that works is actually recording yourself, giving the presentation, and then watch yourself over and over again. Even though that, again, you probably don't want to watch yourself, but trust me, just watch yourself. No one else will see it if you're just recording yourself, and then you'll quickly pick up on just a bunch of little things to do it. Also, practice just gets rid of it. So keep that in mind. If you have at least a little trouble next time, just practice in the mirror a couple times. It really helps a lot until you get used to it, like all of us professors, and then you just kind of wing it. All right. Any other questions, comments, screams? Woo! Yes.
Posted the bookwork problems for that bookwork cards.
All right. Yeah. Make sure I do that right afterwards. Yes.
The ethics paper on GitHub doesn't have the correct due date, and I forgot what day you said was due.
What day is it due?
Before spring break?
It's like the end of
It is not before spring break.
Yeah, it's like the day before the end of day.
I will come flip your desk.
Table flip.
Wait, what's
Yeah. I think it's March 23rd, but it says April.
It says it's due April of 2019, so.
Well, that's what it says. It says April 21st.
Wow. April 21st. Woo. And now the projector's dead. Okay, it's back. So it's due April 21st.
of 2019?
That means you've already done it.
Man.
It's still a Tuesday, though. It was due a year ago.
Really?
Everybody is late.
He said dang.
Who said that?
I mean, I can just
I said, oh
I
man.
know, but in real, yeah, it's okay. I'm sick. It's okay.
March 23rd.
You could also do April 21st.
Well, I already wrote March 23rd down. I can make it April 21st, 2019.
That's good. So that's the end of gate. I'll do it. That's where gate 2 is due.
Oh wow, that's gonna be rough, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Have it to April 1st.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, that would be perfect.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, it would be pretty perfect for this, yeah.
For a mean ethics paper? Yeah.
You got it.
Tempting. I will consider it.
Okay.
It has been considered.
Any other questions?
Yes.
For grading the presentation, should we all like get a copy of the files that, or the?
Just make sure your
presentation?
card's in there. I have recorded down who did what.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take it from there. Yes.
Would you like a link to the playlist to choose from our
Sure.
I would also like
That way when he's grading these.
That probably would help a lot.
great grading music.
All right, no other questions? All right, guys.